House Inn in Gettysburg. Give you guys some history about the place. Supposedly there's 14 ghosts said to be here. We have 3 rooms throughout our investigation. Reports range from touching, growling, apparitions, things moving, shadows, EVPs, the whole thing. There's a midwife here, there's a few children, soldiers. Should be good. On the south side of this place, of the main house, the main brick building, you could actually see. Can't show it to you now because it's too dark, but actually in the light you can see over 100 bullet holes that happened during the war, during the battle, during the 3 days at Gettysburg. The Confederate soldiers used it as a garrison, and at that time they had sharpshooters set up inside the building, and they were shooting out the windows. So you can imagine the amount of people trying to shoot back at them, and unfortunately there was a ricochet, and it did kill one young woman named Jenny Wade. And apparently she's said to haunt the area too, actually right across the street at the Jenny Wade house. Any recent craziness from people?
Oh yeah, we always got all kinds of luck.
Bingo!
Right against the wall. There you go.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Nice and warm in here.
Oh yeah, you got a fireplace on
Oh
board.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Now the fireplace, you want more heat? You just.
Bingo.
Kind of, what kind of experiences do people find here?
Oh my God! People sitting on their feet on the bed. The monkey's eyes moving. All kinds of. You get different stories from different people.
Right.
You never know what. And then you set their cameras up. Last week we got up in the. That was sweet. We got guy set his camera up, and he turned the sound too, and he played the sound back. You could hear these kids running, giggling. Yeah, that room you're going.
Is that the story about the children that run up to the stairs to the attic and just are not there?
Yeah,
or, you know?
yeah. Well, he picked up kids.
Those kids.
Playing. Okay.
Is there
Nice.
anything happen outside? Because I have a few outdoor cams. Do people report things happening, or is it strictly inside the rooms here?
Confederate soldiers across the street. We've been around the sycamore trees.
Is this the south wall where all the bullet holes are? Or is it
Right
on,
here, the south wall.
That's over here.
Actually, you can see them.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. Yeah, you can still see them. Yes, you can see it's riddled with holes.
Wow. The Confederate shot. He was in the garden. They were firing off the back porch too. Yeah, after the battle. They had 2 windows there, and one round came through.
You can hear it.
The original house was built in 1810, followed by the brick structure in 1833, which was constructed by John McFarland. During the Battle of Gettysburg, the house was occupied by the Sweeney family. Also, the house sheltered Confederate sharpshooters, one of whom is believed to have accidentally shot Jenny Wade, the only civilian to die in the Battle of Gettysburg. The south side of this house bears testimony to the death and destruction that had raged all around it.
Yeah.
He was the only civilian killed.
Yeah.
Which is very fortunate because Christ, anything that moved in the town.
Taken out.
The next
It was a musket ball, right? I believe.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
next
I'll do
street up goes this way. The Confederates extended they put a barricade across the street so they could get behind it so that they could see. There wasn't any houses in the way, see. So they were behind the barricade, and Mrs. Disler, I don't know what the hell she was going across. There was a tannery sitting right here, the Weinberg Tannery. She went behind the barricade, and she went across the street, 2 rounds hit behind her. So it was anything, of course they could, they see
musket balls, they bounce and deflect off of everything, including your own bones inside you when it hits.
Yeah, you got 1 ounce of lead. During the battle, this wasn't this was Water Street. Actually, Baltimore Street is the next block over, up in Culp's Hill. It comes down, and Baltimore Street dumped out about where that White House is. So it's changed. I'll go first. Excuse me, since I know where I'm going. Sure.
Now, one of these keys is for this door, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this is a. Oh, yes. Here we go. I like this, Toasty. Look at this. I have a feeling we're going to be spending most of our time in here, Mike. Now, what's going on in here that.
Seems to just roll down. And his camera set up like this. And that's, and it's kind of like this way, and this is where he was getting all the noises. Right. In the room. We get more happenings in this room than the room next door.
Too big, actually.
Did you?
Yep.
Nice.
That was odd. We already got a noise.
Now, what just happened was we were sitting here trying to figure out my camera over here, and we heard
Bad memory code.
a noise
From the fire, it was right near the
in
fireplace.
this direction, right over by the
Could have been a
fireplace.
teddy bear.
Somewhere right over here. Wait, it sounded like kind of like just like a slow, almost like a jingle or a clang.
Yeah, it was like a clang. I don't see what could have made it.
Very interesting. Well,
Just to begin.
yeah. Start number one.
This switch is giving off no EMF. Okay, this is. I thought of it in the switch. Look, this switch gives off no EMF, right? I go into the bathroom. And this switch is giving off a crazy amount of EMF. During our sweeps of the Sweeney room,
15, 20.
we had discovered that there were large amounts of EMF, or
See what
electromagnetic
happens.
fields.
Shut the circuit. See if I still get any readings. I'm getting a spike on the bed. And it's steadily spiking on its own. It's just rattling and shaking and growing. Going from a 2. We're getting readings already by the bed. All over it. And look, it's just fluttering. I'm not holding this right now. This is my hand. It's going up past a 2 now. What, we were sitting on the bed and stuff, I couldn't move.
Yeah.
That quarter is at 85 degrees though.
Okay.
87.
Possible transference of energy, maybe?
Maybe someone's trying to move it. Maybe they're doing what they asked us. Maybe that's why the EMF energy was coming off. What the hell was that? You just heard that, didn't you? That was right behind me.
Okay, the grandfather clock.
That was right behind me. That's where I heard the noise earlier. That's where the guy got the picture too. Maybe they're doing what they asked us. Maybe that's why the EMF energy was coming off. What the hell was that? Maybe that's why the EMF energy was coming off. What the hell was that?
As you can see, the only things behind me are a closet and a clothes hanger, none of which we were touching at the time. We could not debunk the origin of this noise.
It smells like somebody's cooking. But I know. Nobody's cooking. You smell it? It smells like sweet. Sounds like little dolls and stuff here, man. It's lots of dolls. Real Mike in the Jenny Wade room. We have a night vision CCTV camera there. We have another one right there. The reports are of feet on the bed, an apparition seen on this chair right here where this sleeping bag is. Get a better shot of it for you. Also that monkey there and that monkey there, the eyes are said to have moved, so if they do, we'll capture it with that night vision camera there.
Did you bring the thermal?
I did bring it. I'll bring it over. I'm just gonna do an email.
You want me to do the
You want
emails?
to do it? Yeah.
Word up. I'm assuming we're going to electric.
Yep.
My jacket off.
I'm gonna do some thermal scans. See, a lot of people think that you know, with the thermal imager. I mean, you can even see me on it right now. Just because you can't, with the lights off, you won't even see yourself in the reflection of a window or mirror, but your heat will reflect anyway, and you'll get in, like, residual heat, things like this. People think it's paranormal, but it's actually your own self.
Look at the bed. Bed's nothing. Bed upstairs was at like, what, a 3 at one point? 4? Bed's nothing.
Nothing in their bed, which is kind of odd. You know what? Did you do a sweep by the monkey?
Nope, well, I didn't do this monkey yet. That's kind of weird.
What?
It's peeking a little bit right by the face. Come here.
I can zoom into it.
Look at it.
Whoa.
Right here. See it? Is that 0?
I just heard a growl.
Did you?
Like more like a hiss. Like a noise.
No lights out in there. But
Alright, bring it toward the monkey.
zoom in on this, now bring it towards the monkey's eyes.
Go back.
Hold up.
It's interesting.
Notice that the monkey is looking that way, towards the other monkey. Notice where the eyes are.
Could the high EMF amounts by the monkey explain why some guests report seeing the eyes of the monkey moving?
Hey, move your hand away from it. Move away from the.
Oh wow! Oh wow! 2.
Move away from the monkey, real fast. Because it's like 59 degrees, 58 degrees. See, I'd say it's in between. I'd say it's about 57 degrees, but on the monkey, it goes up to about 65, 66.
Could be the fabric absorbing heat.
Could be. This monkey doesn't give off anything. It's normal temperature.
But dude, let's research this monkey a little bit more. It goes up to a 2 right around here. And then it dies down.
I'm getting a random heat source off the bed. Right here. 63 degrees. 63 degrees. Rest of the bed 61 degrees. See that? There's like 2 little balls directly on. It's 63 degrees. But over here it goes down. You can see it's a little hotter for some
Get it
reason.
from the other side. Let's try to get a better angle over it.
Yeah. Definitely, there's definitely
Over there.
a heat source there. Every room in this hotel has a journal where people record their experiences. We decided to take a look at a few of them. August 22nd, 2009, we first came to Ghost Hunt. We are the Seeker Club of the Paranormal. Kayla and Mike stayed in this room. We were told whoever wasn't here meant no harm. It gets very cold. As we asked questions, we heard some moans during the night. Old man it sounded like, and a few knocks. Then August 23rd, 2009, 10:05 a.m., we were told whoever was here goodbye and said thank you for letting us stay in the space, and we heard a cute little laugh from a girl. It could have been Cecilia, but we don't know for sure. Something played with it and broke it before our arrival, but near the fireplace. August 10, 2009, my son, 12 years old, woke up screaming, no, no, no. He said he had a nightmare, but in the morning, he didn't remember anything. The service said a lot of kids that stay in this room have nightmares. We captured a video in the attic that shows what appears to be the face of a sharpshooter in the attic window. The zipper on my husband's shaving bag appears to be broken. Seems like there's a mischievous spirit in here, man.
Yeah. Right here? This is spiking, right?
So my walkie-talkie just started beeping on its own, and my FLIR camera turned on its own in my pocket. So obviously, look, you have to actually hold down the button for 5 seconds to turn it off, and it just turned itself on in my pocket. And my walkie was going off before. It's a bit odd. Alright, so my walkie-talkie just started beeping.
The breath that we captured was only picked up by the audio on my camcorder and none of our other devices. Was this the ghost that was playing with my equipment?
That just turned itself on in my pocket.
That has to be.
You have to hold it down for a period of time. It should just turn on in my pocket. I just noticed it got brighter. There's no EMF around me.
So we need to be quiet.
Yeah. You're in here?
I can't tell if this is, could you tell if this is recording or playing back? It sounds like it's
Hey, Dan?
He's in here.
He is? Let's go in. What thing? You said you have to be a little bit more specific than the thing.
I'm looking right.
It was at this moment that Dan described feeling a cold spot near him, and then he felt an object tap or brush against him. Upon looking around, he had discovered a fork on the floor. Could this have been the object that had brushed him? We had then decided to search every area to see if we could determine the origin of this fork.
That's not the only forks that are messed up on this table.
Oh shit.
There's two on the end that are crossed.
Yeah, oh my god.
They're one of the only ones that are crossed. And the fork on the floor. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Oh my god. That's the way it's supposed to be, Trevor. I'm just saying there's no forks missing.
I swear to God, I was like, Ed, he was already in the dining room. I'm like, calling, I thought he was like waiting till he popped up or something. Really?
Where could that fork have come from then?
I have no idea. It felt like it just fell, hit me on like the back of my like elbow. It kind of just fell there. Was your camera recording? No, it was too dark. It was like I turned it off right after I came down the stairs. Once we came in here. Yo.
Is there a voice recorder going? I'm gonna do an EMF sweep. Yeah, it's easier just to pick it up somewhere, Dad. Is there anyone here who wants to communicate with us? Just sit down in the chair where you are right now. Does anyone in this room like to communicate? There's one angry looking Abe. Angry looking Abe. Angry looking Abe.
What lends credibility to this EVP is the fact that guests have reported hearing drums outside of the room that we are sitting in currently.
Knock on the table, the wall.
How about your name? Can you tell us your name?
Can you show us something by touching?
What was that?
I mean, like a shadow.
No,
Like,
did one of you just go, oh?
no. I just got a shadow figure on the thermal. Right by the fireplace. I just took this just now. Straight ahead. It looks like a woman. It's the fireplace. Oh no, TV.
Right over here.
Oh my god.
I'll have to turn the night vision off so the camera can see this. That looks like a woman.
It's definitely a shadow.
That's a figure.
It's maybe that's catching that.
Yeah, it's
You with your daddy? I heard something that sounded like music.
Did anyone just hear a growl?
The clock.
No one heard a growl just now? I could have sworn I just heard a growl. I was aiming the mic towards you guys. I just heard like a deep breath or a growl.
I'm getting interference from your mic.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear it.
After hearing the growl, my digital voice recorder was experiencing strange feedback. We were unable to explain this
There's a
malfunction.
little bit of feedback, but
I turned off microphone just in case.
oh my god.
What'd you get?
Oh my god. I gotta play this back right now. You guys have to hear this. Hold on. You heard that? It's like breathing coming from behind you guys.
That's really, really fucking scary. I definitely think it. I mean,
Did you
what
hear
was
that?
that? What the fuck?
That's when I stopped and I said I heard a growl or something. Why?
That's what you I didn't know. Just now.
Then there's another noise. Hold on.
Noise too. There's a noise, irrefutable. And that picture, Drew, is all woman shit over there, and that is bugged out. That's what I was saying. Oh, can somebody help me paint?
Well, it wasn't one of us. Look at my hands.
Having had so much activity already, we decided
I'm
to play
shaking
back
right now.
Mike's digital voice recorder in real time to see if he had also captured any evidence.
I wish I could be videotaping this.
I am videotaping it.
But I mean, like you, videotaping you.
Oh. I clearly just my digital voice recorder just picked up a definite answer to my question.
Almost in like an instigating way.
Dude, you caught it too?
Dude, I got it so much clearer.
Yeah, it's even clearer.
Why would there be that much interference? There wasn't the other day. Yeah, we didn't have a little weapons. That's true, that's true.
Yeah, it's really clear.
What was that, dude? Is there someone here with us right now? Is there a woman in the room with us? It's not. Where are they? The guy sounded too old. Didn't sound anything like British. If there's someone in this room
See, that's the zipper.
right now with us, did you just unzip something? No.
Did you hear that, dude?
I really did. Yeah, I did.
They want to go.
I just heard something. I had one hand on my recorder and one hand on the trigger of my.
I only said that because the camera wasn't facing me.
Because I just heard a zip and I just heard a laugh. Did you laugh, Dan? Is there anyone here with us?
That's two. That's two.
Isn't it their being?
You guys want to move on?
Yeah, I don't know what else we could get from here. We got a picture of a woman. There's evidence of a woman that would be over there.
There's a thermal hit and then two or three EVPs.
Two verbal responses.
Dude, we got more than that because we only listened to the last.
10 seconds.
Dude,
Dude, I'm like shaking right
yeah,
now.
Me
Like,
too. Where's that?
Listen.
Yo, what the?
I'm like really like the hairs on my neck are standing. Okay, so
the monkey first.
back in the Jenny Wade room, we had set up about 5 hours ago wireless CCTV cameras. You can see the little infrared lights. We came back and they were off. And the batteries aren't dead because you can see we turned it back on. The battery lasts way more than 5 hours, but they were off. Mike's camera shut itself off. There are reports of electronic equipment failing and being played with and messed with in this room, so I think we can pretty much conclusively say that there's something messing with the electronics in this room. 3 different cameras, independent of each other, all dying when they were all full batteries. I charged everything for 2 days straight. They just shut off on their own. They just did it again. This one did it again, but that one's still on. This one just shut off again. Isn't this where you caught the orb?
Have you checked the batteries on there, like, specifically?
I charged them for 2 days. straight. It's running normally. No, this one's dead. This one's dying.
That was nuts. Like multiple jaw dropping.
I wonder why these cameras just shut off randomly for no reason at all.
No, it's still on.
It's still on. It's never. And it was moving. It's just a different view of the place during the day. Doesn't have the eerie feeling that it did last night. That's for sure. This is the sitting room where we had all the experiences last night. As you can see, it's much nicer during the day. I wanted to show you guys this. The south side of the wall. See if I can zoom in on a couple of these. Those are bullet holes from 1863. When the Confederates used this as a stronghold and the soldiers were shooting at it. You can see all the way from that window right up there. There's 3 soldiers stationed there that are said to still be there. And these were the attempts by the Union to try to thwart the Confederates. Pretty amazing. Over 100 bullet holes in there. You can see, I mean, these aren't even small caliber bullets. These are big rounds they were using. Big rounds. For them to leave a hole like that the size of a brick is pretty amazing. This is it in the daytime. Doesn't seem like much, but I can guarantee you there's a whole lot going on. There's even bullet holes in the front, too. You can see them in the front of the house.
There's just a few, just 3 right above that window that I see. One nicked here, one here.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So what do you think about it, Mike? What do you think for night one?
I think it's going very well so far.
Night one was pretty interesting. We're actually going to be back here tomorrow night. Then we're having a private seance done in hopes that we can even get more activity, which is kind of hard to believe because we had so much already and it was amazing.
Definitely excited to come back to the Schultz room because it was right by the center of all that activity last night. Everything,
Yeah, I know.
Everything that surfaced was right in that area, right in that back corner. So anything that could be in that sitting room would be lingering in the Schultz room.
Well, I mean, we saw a woman and we heard a man. And there's said to be a midwife and a husband in the Schultz room, which is why we're staying. So it makes sense. If we saw a woman and a man or heard a man and got a shadow figure of a woman, it stands to reason that's probably the same experience everyone's been having in the Schultz room. So this is pretty good. And we've also been able to collaborate and corroborate some of the stories that people have had and got the same evidence ourselves. So
Once we took the bullet out, everything started happening.
yeah, I like trigger objects. Trigger objects good. Got some orbs, even though I'm not even a fan.
Let's
we
walk
got
down
'em.
to this next hotel. Nice blustery day.
One of the bullets off the side of this wall here traveled 600 feet all the way down past that hotel. I hit Jenny Wade right in the back, the only civilian. Musket ball. I didn't even know that a musket ball could even ricochet that far, but most of these houses and buildings weren't even here back then.
With all the experiences we had the night before, we decided to take a tour of the battlefield to get a better understanding of what occurred on those 3 fateful days.
1863, a mother's fair-haired son from Brewer, Maine, stood on a rocky hillside near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. As the shadows of late afternoon grew long and dark, a blazing firestorm of war swept over the hillside, and the world was changed forever.
He used to remain west of the Blue Ridge Mountains to hide his army on the march into enemy territory. In the ranks of the high-spirited Southern Army, a Texas private named Valerius Cincinnatus Giles described their progress.
It rained on us in Virginia.
General Lee had given strict orders to avoid any confrontation, so the rebels turned in their tracks and withdrew. From a distance, the Federal cavalrymen saw them withdraw as they rode to this ridge in front of us, Seminary Ridge. Union General John Buford, age 38 and a veteran of the Indian Wars, had seen all he needed to see. He halted his troops and sent word back to his superiors that the Confederate Army was gathering near Gettysburg, with the green cupola on top. Not the building with the white pointed spire, but rather the one just to the left of that one. On the night of June 30th, a young girl named Lydia Ziegler climbed to the top of the seminary building.
I stood in the seminary cupola and saw the campfires of the enemy all along the Blue Mountainside, only 8 miles distant, while below us we beheld our little town surrounded by the campfires of the Union cavalry. Many of the boys seemed to be utterly oblivious to the dangers threatening them, and were singing with hearty goodwill the Star-Spangled Banner.
One reserve regiment of the Iron Brigade, the 6th Wisconsin, on a dead run from their position 600 yards behind us. They are headed for the Confederates directly across the road in front of us. Together with the survivors of 2 other regiments, they form up. But the others reach the rail cut and close off the end on your right, where the grade level of the field is about the same as that of the rail bed. With this, the Confederates are trapped. 16 Confederate cannons have been wheeled out of the woods directly in front of us. They begin to pound the Federals on McPherson's Ridge behind us.
There are a couple things that are interesting that I want to point out to you. First is this building right here on the right. This is called the David Wills House. It was owned by a very leading citizen of the day, David Wills, an attorney. David Wills was really the man who was responsible for creating and starting the Gettysburg National Cemetery, which is the first national cemetery in the history of the country, even prior to Arlington. This is the first national cemetery in the history of the country. And Wills was the man. There were several other people involved, but he took the leading role. And he is the man who invited Abraham Lincoln to come to Gettysburg to participate in the dedication ceremony of the cemetery. And Abraham Lincoln stayed with Wills in this house on the night of November 18th, 1863, before he delivered the famous Gettysburg Address. Now, there's so many great stories I can tell you about the buildings here, but now in the center plot, obviously there is no building. There was the courthouse stood here, where we now have our Christmas tree. But until 1859, the Adams County Courthouse stood right there, and a very historic place, actually, in my opinion, mostly because of the people who came there at one time or another. And the most fascinating visitor to that courthouse was a man who came in 1831. He was a lawyer practicing law prominently in Baltimore, Maryland, which is not far from here, really only about an hour's drive today, and Washington, D.C. He came here in 1831 to free his slave. Maryland was a slave state. Maryland was a slave state right up until through the American Civil War, or part of it. This man came to Pennsylvania just over the Mason-Dixon line to free his slave, and he did so in the courthouse, which stood right here. And it was Francis Scott Key, the composer of the national anthem, frees his slave in the center of the little town which barely 30 years later will become the scene of this great battle, which contributes so much to ending slavery everywhere. But Francis Scott Key frees his slave in the center of a little town of Gettysburg. All these buildings that were here were occupied by snipers of both armies. This building, now known as the Farnsworth House Restaurant, was here. It was really one of the last buildings of town. And if you look at that side wall of the building, you can see all the bullet scars up and down the face of that building. Those are all real bullet scars from the Great Battle. They wouldn't have used the word sniper in 1863. They would have been called sharpshooters or skirmishers, really. And it's also likely that the shot that killed the only civilian to die in the battle, a girl named Jenny Wade, was likely fired from that house. But a young girl named Jenny Wade was in that house helping to care for her sister who had just given birth. And a musket ball came in through the side door and struck Jenny Wade in the back, killing her instantly. The ball actually passed through two solid wood doors.
Times fighting in this field. As Burns lay wounded, he tossed his musket aside and then told the Confederates who came upon him that he had only been out looking for his lost cow when the battle swept over him. You see, civilians who took up arms were considered to be bushwhackers and were subject to summary execution. But the Confederates promptly gathered Burns up and later took him to his home in town, where he recuperated fully from his wounds and became a hero in the North.
Investigating, but this is like the fourth time we've walked by these sycamore trees, and there's about 6 or 7 people since we've been here, as well as reports online about Confederate soldiers in this area. Apparently they're specters, spirits, aura, whatever you would call it. It appears here. So we're actually gonna just chill here for a minute and see what happens. It's New Year's. It's also a full moon. You can't see the full moon because it's, you know, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. It already snowed today, it already rained today. We're in Pennsylvania, it's raining in New York, we know.
Just take a look at the ground real quick. No other paranormal investigative group, I assure you, has ever traversed this kind of ice-ridden.
Oh yeah, no,
concrete in order to
yeah. We've almost slipped on, you know, numerous pieces of concrete with, you know, multiple $1,000s of equipment, but we risked it. That's actually where we were last night. It's the main house. This is like the storage house and bookstore and check-in area. But last night, when we got checked in, the owner told us about right here, Cemetery Hill. So a lot of bloodshed. Confederates pretty much had a stronghold in here. People know about the story of Gettysburg, know on the first day of the Union, made a decisive maneuver which actually helped them by retreating into the city. The Confederates followed in, but if you can imagine what it's like to have 120,000 men try to funnel in through 5 streets, it gets kind of crazy. And if people are already there waiting for them to do this, there's a lot of deaths. And from what we're told, there's Confederate soldiers seen right here by these sycamore trees. Boom, boom, and one off in the distance. So what we're gonna attempt to do is, me myself is gonna go sit right here. Mike's gonna go even further down at that one with the parabolic. We're gonna attempt 2 different EVP sessions at once in the attempt to see if we can hear something, see something, have something happen. We've had great success in the Farnsworth thus far. We're gonna trust what we've heard from the owner and just go with it. So this is Truth and Evidence Day 2, unexpected session, rolling.
If you hear anything or if you see anything over in my direction with your zoom mic or with your camera, I have my walkie, just hit me up on the walkie. If I see anything over in your direction, I'll let you know as well. That way we're just kind of covering both of our angles. You know, what's behind me and what's behind you.
Of course.
I got the parabolic hook up to the digital voice recorder. Good
luck.
buddy.
Happy New Year's, brother.
Happy New Year's.
I'm following animal prints. I'm just gonna follow animal prints.
Quickly, I'm gonna have the K2 meter as well out there.
Let's do it.
Just in case there's anything
Well,
out
yeah,
there,
yeah.
we know it's going to be, we're not going to have any electromagnetic fields out there. If we get anything, it's pretty proof positive that there could be something going on out there.
Of course, dude. I've got my thermal just in case. You never know. Do you know what? Dude, I'm looking around and I don't see any fresh foot tracks here at all. So this is going to be great because it's undisturbed. If there's a soldier here. I mean you no harm. I am from the north. I reside in New York. The war is over. I'd like to communicate with you. Did you die here? Do something. Touch me. Kick me. Punch me. I know there's supposed to be Confederates here. I am from the Union. Do something to me to show me that you are here. Yo, Mike, do me a favor, bro.
I've read several different times, inexplicably, and you weren't trying to reach me. Right now,
As Mike talked to me, I heard a strange noise, which was picked up by my digital voice recorder. We will play this for you in real time.
I asked it to light it up red. It went all the way to red.
I'm shaking a bit. It's just, I mean, oh, what the fuck? Mike, come here. Get here quick. Now I'm sold about these trees. All right, we have to note this. My camera just shut itself off just now when we came back up to investigate this EMF. We're going back to night vision. We're still at a 5. It's fluctuating. Mike had interference. I just saw it. I mean, it sucks that the camera had to shut off. Of course, thank you guys. But his K2 meter was definitely freaking out, and I definitely heard the interference off his digital voice recorder from his headphones. I heard it from his headphones. I heard it.
We had this K2 meter went from
It was lighting four bars.
all the way up to orange.
It was going to 4 to 3 bars.
Slightly flickering on red, going back down.
And
did it for a good 3 seconds.
I'm still getting EMF readings, dude. I'm still getting EMF here. I'm telling you, man. There's something about these freaking trees.
Look at this. Look at this. Huge interference. It was green before, and I just got interference on my DVR.
No,
look,
dude,
look. Keep it on this for a second. Is there anyone here who would like to speak with
Bring it. Keep it going to the right. Bring that light to the right. To the right.
I've done it before.
Can you light it up solid? Just that one light you're lighting up. Light it up solid. Keep it lit. Are you Confederate? Bring it back.
Not the camera.
No, it's really not. It's really not the camera, though.
Blink a little bit.
Yeah, but no, it was like it was a.
Look.
It's not the cam. That's definitely not the
That's
camera.
solid.
Yeah, that's.
Back away.
Nope, still going, dude. It's still lit.
Can you turn this all the way up for us?
I'm gonna turn up night vision for a minute, just so you guys can see this. Completely solid. Can you get that third one for us? I gave you a little something. Can you give a little something to me? Can you make that third one go? Just the third light. Come on.
And I just got interference on my phone.
Could be my camera.
I mean, on my digital voice recorder.
Could be my mic.
Nope.
No. It's not consistent though.
It's not your mic. It's not your camera. Those are shielded from EMF.
Yeah, I know.
We did that with the EMF field. Let's test this out a little bit more. Let's go to another sycamore tree and see if he'll follow us.
Yeah, let's do this. Listen, whoever you are.
Do you want to follow us?
That's solid. We're gonna continue on. If you'd like to follow us, please do. Any other spirits who are here, if you'd like to join us.
Look, it just lit up to the third again.
If there's any other spirits here other than the one that we are talking to, please join us. And we're gonna keep going forward.
All right. There's nothing.
Yeah, see, there's no EMF readings here, and we're not much further from the tree to this pole.
God, dude.
It's following us
right here.
It's following us.
It just went up. It just went up to the third light again.
We're being followed. We're being
All right,
followed.
let's move further.
Kind of actually weird.
Oh, dude, no way. Ton of interference on my DVR.
It's kind of freaking. This stopped. Do you not want us to know that you are looking at us?
Look.
Just heard noises.
If that's you making those noises, can you come closer to us?
More animal print activity. Just all over. They're just loving these trees. Nowhere else. Which, I mean, could be animals being animals, but doesn't explain the EMF, the magnetic fields. It doesn't explain the sporadic K2. Doesn't explain the thermal hits.
K2 from multiple areas.
Yeah, from multiple areas. In an open field. And they're not picking up on the light sources, which would be the poles, light poles, any of this stuff.
I mean, I can literally look. Just
Yeah,
film
it's dead.
me.
It's dead.
Completely nothing.
There's nothing. I know. There's nothing going on. There's nothing.
Middle of the field, not going off.
It's just odd. It's just very odd. It's very odd.
All right.
I think we've probably done what we could do for the night here in this unexpected area. This unexpected little session we've done. The only thing that I can hope, me and Mike can hope, is that we pick something better up and review from the EVPs, hopefully the voice recorders, the audio from the cameras. Again, another strange night in Gettysburg. I don't know what else to say about it. So me and Mike on the way out, we went to a seance. Hopefully we can make something happen tonight. It should be interesting. Won't let us film it, so unfortunately you guys won't be able to see the seance actually take place. But we're gonna try to film the room beforehand and afterwards, with hopes that at least we get an idea of what the place looks like, and so you guys can see what it looks like too. After the seance, we joined with 2 other investigators staying in the hotel with hopes that we could gain even more evidence.
I can't see, you're kind of blinding me. Alright.
Hear it? Yeah.
Sounds like he said he woke up.
Hear it? Hear it?
Yeah.
He said he woke up.
You know, that's he clearly said he woke up.
I just think this was just sitting right here at the end of the bed, and she was sitting there just grabbing pictures.
That's crazy.
We're in the McFarland room. Is that it?
Yeah, McFarland.
Sure. Starting EVP session. You got your K2. Line up. Drew's on thermal. Oh. 3.
It's
us.
That's nice.
Right here in the corner of this bed, it stays pretty high. Over by the closet area.
It's not my thermal. Look, you can see it's not my thermal camera.
No, I was just doing it.
It's doing. See, I'm nowhere near it now. It's still.
Can you make a noise for us? Can you tap on something? Knock something over?
If you are Jeremy, there's a bunch of toys all over the place. You can move one, play with one. Maybe throw a coin at me. Just flick it to a 3 before.
Is that you, Jeremy? Come play with us now. We'll leave the TV on later for you. Watch some cartoons.
Can you make that light on the pillow move? Can you light up 2 lights maybe?
It won't hurt you. All you have to do is come near it.
I just got 3.
Really?
Yeah. 2.
Maybe I could 1.
And take our energy.
Oh my god. The magnetic field is off the chair. It's on the chair. Yeah, it's like, I can't, it's not, it's flickering.
There's nothing earlier.
I'm getting a 3 over here.
On your, did you, or you guys had a, was it just EMF or was it trimeter?
Ellie, I have a ball.
Look at it, it's flickering, it's just shuddering, all at about, at like 100 Gauss.
What was the temperature on it? Is it the same as everywhere else?
You see how it's flickering right here?
Mm-hmm.
When I move it over towards the lamp, it actually goes down. See? It's higher over by the chair.
Sit in the chair.
I'll sit in the chair.
You want me to videotape you?
Good.
182. You want to sit in the chair with my digital voice recorder and I'll videotape you?
Sure.
So you can hear it?
No, I don't have to use the headphones. I'll just sit here. I like to be surprised later.
I like to hear it right away. Here, take the headphones out.
Am I in your spot?
It was at this point that I had felt the breeze blow right through me, and then I noticed that the glass on the lamp was moving. Was this a spirit trying to move through me to get onto the bed?
Which lamp?
The lamp right next to me, right here.
Mm-hmm.
The glass is moving.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm not.
Yeah, they are moving.
They're not stopping yet. It's not like. Is it touching the back? No.
Is somebody in the room? No.
After having felt this breeze, I took out my thermal camera and took a picture of the bed. This is the image that we had captured.
Did it? What do you mean, did we just charge it?
Just turned off. Now it's acting funky.
What's the battery?
It's about 60%.
Doesn't Jeremy like to turn off, Jeremy and Billy like to turn off electronics?
Can you do it again? Can you do that again for me?
Can you turn the camera off in my hand? You turn any of our equipment off?
Was the entity that I captured on my thermal camera angry that we captured it and decided to turn off my thermal camera as a response?
Mm-hmm.
What is right behind you? Right to your left. Straight ahead.
Right here?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, from what I'm looking at, it looks like a big paw print on the wall, but I don't know what that is. What?
Let me see.
Do anybody have it now?
Let me see the picture. What in the wall?
Here. I'm just standing back
What?
here with my arms.
Where was it?
It's also 81 degrees right there. I'm right here.
You think your dad would be upset if I told him I didn't care if I was sitting in his chair? Tell him it's my chair now.
What does your dad think about me taking it home?
Is your dad here with us? Why don't you make it light up even bigger? Can you bring it to red? Are you at a 3-2?
Magnetic's not as high as it was before, but it's still flickering like crazy. Look.
Let me see. Get that on camera.
Let's move the chair over here and see what it does. Or if that area does it. What's out with the chair?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious
Good
about.
idea.
You see that? I'll put it on a lower range.
Turn the lights on real quick so we can move the chair. We could try to do it in the dark, but it's pretty dangerous.
2 to a 10. Oh, back down to a 2. It just keeps going. Do that again. Can you go back up? Can you go back up? You do that again? I just did it twice. I won't do it. Look, look, as I go to the chair. It doesn't matter where we put the chair. This chair. Ooh, you saw that?
Mm-hmm.
It's just this chair. It doesn't matter where you put it.
We should keep the,
Although there's a lot of... It's getting higher over here.
that's what gets me. The fact that the K2 still gets it too.
Look, it goes down when I'm near the outlet, right?
Nothing.
Watch.
That's nothing.
Back in the sunroom.
Okay, starting EP in the sunroom.
Yeah.
Things all here.
That's actually where I was sitting 2 nights ago.
Yeah, Drew, you were sitting right there.
Starting my game, sunroom.
It's us again.
Yeah, we're back.
We were here the other night, and you were kind to let us know that you were here by speaking into our
Do you guys
equipment.
Over there?
Hmm?
Ask them if they want to go over there. Dave?
What do you get here? I'm getting a magnetic field in here too. Yeah, you know what? When I move it to the very next wood over, it goes down. Then I move it up here and it's higher.
Yeah.
Even higher.
There. There's probably a light right underneath this. That's giving it off.
What's underneath this?
Well, the stairs go down. The tavern? We'd be above the tavern. That Abe still bugs me out. That Abraham Lincoln statue over there.
Captain Abe?
He looks.
What?
The Abe Lincoln right here.
Where? What is it? Oh, it's like in the statue.
He doesn't look happy though. Hey Jeremy, are you in the room with us? I heard you'd really like to be here too. We got a whole bunch of electronic toys you can play with. Or maybe Billy? Are you in here, Billy?
Are there any soldiers who were wounded in battle with us tonight?
You touch one of us.
Can you touch me? Me, Bonnie, hello.
Let's touch Bonnie. What was that?
There's like a clicking sound almost.
No, someone just bumped right behind us. Bonnie.
Look at this. They like fear.
Hey, you, Billy?
Let's do that again. 'Cause I'm like nowhere near it. We've got goosebumps again. Yeah, your hair is standing straight up.
Thank you.
62 degrees by your guys' hands, and it is 71 above your hand. Yep, let me take a picture.
I think it was colder earlier. My hand was like tingling.
63, 64. It's about right by your legs. It's 63 degrees, but it's about 10 degrees colder.
It
right
was
by
at
your
this
heads.
point that we caught another EVP.
the lower you go,
We will
even
play it
colder
again
it is.
for you so that you can hear it more clearly.
10 degrees colder right by your heads. Yeah, it's even 10 degrees colder right by your heads.
No, down here.
This is exactly what I felt the other day too, Drew.
Yeah, it is. The average temperature here is about 72 degrees. So, come on, somebody, touch me.
Touch any of us except for.
Except for our friend Bonnie.
Yeah.
What about, do you want to go grab one of those bullets, see if you can test that theory out some more?
Yeah.
Dave, do you want to grab that hat?
Do it.
I just saw a shadow in the hallway.
Grab my thermal.
Where is it?
Look at my meter. Look at my meter going off. It's red.
Oh my god.
Is there somebody in there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Need to how to light this up. Is it are you a soldier?
Is that you again, Jeremy?
Play with us.
Billy, you playing with the lights?
Are you the midwife?
Is this your room?
62, 61.
See if I can. So you guys can see this too.
Did you just go in the hallway?
Yeah, Dave's in it.
Dude, now it's gone.
How crazy was that? That went off as soon as I saw that shadow.
Yeah, I mean, it went off.
Yeah, that was
Like the whole way up.
that was full on. Yeah, we didn't touch it.
Did you get that on camera?
People with the flickering lights, yeah. The heat spot's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah, and the thermal's about to die. Yeah, it just died. Thermal's dead.
You got some energy now, come on. You can do something to me. Pull my shirt, push me.
I think these spirits just like to play pranks on people and play tricks and mess with people. 'Cause if I was an 8-year-old ghost, I'd be doing it too. Come on, Jeremy. Play with me. Turn that light on. Make it light up.
What about the man with the beard? I want to see the man with the beard. People say you come in here and you watch them while they're sleeping.
Well, I just got an orb.
Where?
Float right from, like, when you were sitting down, towards me, coming down the hallway. It wasn't dusk, because it was going... It was like from here. I guess maybe it could have been dust, but it didn't like move like it was dust. And there's no drafts in here either.
Light over here. I want to see the man with the beard. Cold spots are fun and all, but not really showing me too much. I want something bigger. I want something better. Open the door.
Hey, Mike.
Close the door.
One of our infrared cams is dead. The one you put above the cupboard. Check it.
It was just on the
And it's not on. That means it's working normally. It would beep twice like that. So that camera just shut itself off.
Those things are great, by the way, Drew. I don't know if I told you that.
Thank you. Alright, so it's like 3:45 in the morning on day 3. We're going to call it wraps. Really not as much happening tonight as there was the other night. Some K2 hits, some cold spots, possible EVPs. We'll have to see when we review everything what we have. Hopefully we caught something. Bunch of people we talked to from different rooms all have digital voice recorders, and all people, and we will listen to a few of them, and it seems like they could have some EVPs. It just seems about every single room here has something going on. It's my conclusion that this place is haunted and will continue to be for a long time. I don't know about you, Mike, but I'd say this place has definitely got something going on.
Well, I'd say so till the time open. I'd say so. It's I mean, everything that we caught the first night, even tonight, you know, with the personal experiences that we each had, with the cold spots, me seeing the shadow in this hallway right here, and then it being backed up immediately by the K2 meter going all the way to red for a good 3 or 4 seconds, enough for you to get it on camera once we noticed it. And just the multiple hits that we got on the K2s in the Farland room with the 2, you know, great people we met tonight. It's absolutely, I would say it's haunted. I think anybody that was with us would agree.
Yeah.
So I think now that's all that's left to do is wrap it up, get home, take a look at everything.
Yeah, you can see just how much stuff we have all over the place. A lot of equipment. Got a lot of stuff to look over. This is just the beginning of the battle, but you know, we already have some stuff. Already have some things to look forward to. Already have some stuff we already know about. Some stuff we noted that we're gonna have to look further into. We'll see, but this is it for Truth and Evidence at the Farnsworth in Gettysburg. This is Drew and Mike signing off.